everyone, it's me, Natalie, and welcome to my October reading plans video. If you've been following my channel, you saw my TBR fiasco, so I am restricting myself to 10 books for my monthly TBRs. And if I get more in, I get more in. But this is the 10 that I would like to read this month. So of course it's Victober. Hooray, hooray, hooray. Victober was the first thing that I joined in on BookTube, so it's really special to me. And I discovered Elizabeth Gaskell last year and just so many wonderful people because of Victober. So it's really special and I'm very excited to be involved this year. I've forgotten the prompts though. But I think you've seen enough. I mean, in my feed, I know there's been a gazillion Victober TBR, so I'm sure you know. So roundabout, I'll link announcement videos and things below. Sorry. There's that preparation again. There was something about new to me female authors, I think. One of the prompts was, and I picked up Jane Eyre. I got this from my failed TBR stack, so I'm trying to get those read. Never read Charlotte Bronte before, so it fit perfectly. And then there was a reread, and this was on my Victober TBR last year. I started it, but you know, I only got 30 pages in or something like that. So I'm kind of rereading the start of it anyway. But yeah, that was another one on my failed TBR stack, so I picked that one up. Then there was a prompt about a book below 250 pages or over 500 pages or something like that. So this was on the failed TBR stack. This is The Warden by Anthony Trollope. This is 180 something pages, I think. Here comes my husband.
Up and down a wall.
And then bifolds out to a depth. Wouldn't that be nice?
That'd be lovely. I'd love to Billy Decks everywhere, honey.
I know. Do you like my flowers I bought myself? Made me happy. Anyway, just filming here. There's lots of people around all the time. What was I saying? Oh yeah, this was 180 pages or something like that. So this is the first in the, what is it? The Barsetshire. This is the first in the Chronicles of Barsetshire. So I'm very excited. I've never read Anthony Trollope before, so super excited about that. And then there was that crazy prompt about all the research that I'm not prepared to do. Sorry. It was a great prompt. But what was it? An underrated book that's published in the same year as your favourite. I haven't read a lot of Victorian literature, so I'm kind of not an expert on underrated things or my favourites or all that sort of stuff. Anyway, this was on my shelf. This was published in 1897. This is, I don't know if it's underrated, this is probably very popular, but to me, I'd never heard of this before. It's about Charles Van Drift. He's a South African diamond miner, and he gets swindled by Colonel Clay or something like that, and he's not used to having those con artist people around him or something, I don't know. He lashes out with misguided accusations that shake his confidence to the core. I don't know. A millionaire having a crisis doesn't sound too exciting to me, but we're going to give it a go. I love the cover. So that's Victober, but there's a couple of other books that I wanted to include in my Victober reading this month. Yeah, still going. I wanted to read Gaskell every Victober because I discovered her with Wives and Daughters when the read along last year, so I will finish this. I will. Oh man. And then I wanted to read a Hardy every Victober because I love Thomas Hardy, and I am in the middle of reading Tess of the D'Urbervilles. I am behind. My group buddy read had finished, but because of school holidays and all of the craziness that comes with that, I just couldn't keep up, so I want to finish Tess. So that's my Victober reading. Oh wait, there's one more. This was on last year's Victober TBR, so I'm that far in, but I can't remember a thing. I found it very hard to read. So if I get to it, I get to it, hey? Okay, that's the Victober TBR. There's another readathon that's happening in Victober, and I missed out on participating this month, but it's Mel's, what is it called? Mel from Mel's Bookland Adventures. I'll link it all. You guys know what it is. Oh, I can't remember what it's called. Sorry, Mel. Oh. It's the readathon where you read between 1900 and 1950. You guys know, do you know? Anyway, I'll remember it as soon as I turn off the camera. But I pulled a heap of books out in a vlog, and then a friend messaged me and said she has this and would like to read it with me. This is Miles Franklin, the Miles Franklin who the award's named after in Australia. This is all that swagger. It's a pioneer saga kind of thing. What is it? It follows the fortunes of the de Lacy family of Australia's squattocracy. So it's first published in 1936. So yeah, it's one of the classics that I've never read anything that Miles Franklin wrote. So yeah, I'm going to be reading that in the last week of the month. Oh, I forgot about one. I forgot about a buddy read for Victober. Wait, I have to go and get it. I forgot about this one. Olive by Dina Craig. This was on Katie from Books and Things channel, I think. Yeah, I think so. And Kate Howe saw that I said that I'd like it or something. There was some sort of way that Kate Howe and I worked out that we would both like to read this together. So we're going to be reading this in the 3rd week of October. So this was first published in 1850, and it traces the heroine's progress from ill-starred birth to maturity as a painter and wife. So it raises questions about her struggle to take her place in the world as artist and woman. Wow, I'm really excited to read this actually. I could put this in as my new to me female author, but I'm gonna ditch this because I am only allowed 10 books on my TBR, right? So, okay. That's the Victober stack. We've got the Miles Franklin, and I still don't know what that readathon's called. Oh God, that's terrible. And then I have 2 more that I'm reading for the month, and they're both buddy reads. So I am reading The True History of the Kelly Gang with Jo Smith, my lovely friend. A lot of our lovely friends. This is about Ned Kelly, and he was a bushranger in Australia, very famous, the most famous bushranger in Australia. And this, so he was kind of like the Robin Hood figure, right? So he was robbing from the rich and they were trying to catch him, and then he was kind of sharing with the poor and people saw him as a hero. So yeah, this is much celebrated in Australia. I guess it's around the same time as the Victorian era. When were the bushrangers around? I don't even know. Yeah, so this is like 1878, I think it starts, or somewhere like that. I'm seeing those numbers as I flip through. So I guess because we're a colony, we were in the Victorian era also, because she was our head of state, Queen Victoria, right? Anyway, Jo and I are going to read this together. It's not by a Victorian author by any means, but it's set around that time. That's how we're justifying it anyway. And then the other read along I'm doing has nothing to do with any of Victober or classic Australian literature. It is a new Australian book. This is the second last book I have to read for the Readings Prize long list, which is announced at the end of October. This is short stories, I think. So wish me luck, firstly, but also it might be something nice that I can have throughout the month. Just read a short story to kind of have a break from all of the classic literature. This was very excitingly gifted to me by University of Queensland Press. My first book that I didn't pay for that came from a publisher. I didn't get it though. The amazing Simon Savage, who we're reading the books with, got it for all of us. And that was very kind and lovely of him, but I'm still claiming it as my first book. So I hope it's good. Oh, no, I'm sure it'll be great. Yeah, so that's it. So that is my October reading plans. I'm excited about the classic literature. I'm feeling a little bit, I don't know, not in a reading slump by any stretch of the imagination, but I guess all of my energy is going towards children at the moment, that I'm finding it hard to find those quiet moments. But so that really scares me that this is the time when I'm reading classic literature. My children are going away for a few days, so I'm going to spend that time snuggling down and getting started on that. Anyway, what are your plans? There's so many Victober TBRs flying around. I can't wait to go through them all and get some, you know, hot new books on my Want to Read shelf and do all of those things. But this is just such a wonderful readathon that I enjoy doing every year, so I look forward to it. If you're joining in, let me know what you're reading, and yeah, I'll be vlogging, so I'll see you in the vlogs. Bye everyone.